What's going on, people? This is Shaw Harris of the Rebel Society, and this is actually another episode of The Process. The Process is the ultimate entrepreneur and creative tool guide on how to make money, get clients, promote yourself, use social media, all that in between. So, for this episode, we're doing something a little bit different. I recorded an episode with a premier hairstylist in pretty much all over the East Coast called Cherie McClendon, aka the Hair Icon. But while recording it, the audio got kind of messed up, so I didn't want to just trash it. I didn't want to just trash it because it was a good interview. She said a lot of good stuff, dropped a lot of knowledge, dropped a lot of jewels. So I just want to give a disclaimer that the audio is kind of janky a little bit, but the content is awesome. So make sure y'all check it out right now. What's going on, people? This is Shaw Harris of the Rebel Society, and this is another edition of The Process. The Process is the ultimate entrepreneur and creative tool guide on how to get clients, market yourself, and just overall make money. So today we have the lovely and talented Cherie, aka the Hair Icon. How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful.
Great. I've been actually here waiting for the past hour, waiting on her to, get her face made up and all that good stuff.
It's not true.
It's been like a solid hour. So, first, I guess we could just start off like, what do you do? Who are you and what do you do?
I am Cherie, aka the Hair Icon. And I actually like to go by the Hair Icon more than Cherie.
What?
Because I have created this brand.
But isn't it weird, like you out in the street, people like, hey, Hair Icon.
And I'll be like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Like, I really like to be called the Hair Icon more than Cherie. I am a hairstylist of almost 20 years. I am a salon owner. I'm just so many things. I'm a mother of 4. I'm a wife. I am a wig designer. Just known for
so you do a lot.
Things. I do a lot.
All right, so you say you've been doing hair for about 20 years. So how did you actually get started?
I got started honestly by default. I was always
How was
good
it default?
because it wasn't something that I set out to do. I didn't want to do hair. I didn't say, okay, I'm going to go to hair school and then I'm going to start doing hair to own my salon. I didn't want to do hair.
So what did you want to do?
I wanted to be a FBI agent.
I feel like you told me the story before.
Yes, I wanted to be an FBI agent. The reason I got into hair, or how I got into hair, is basically I was just going through so much turmoil in my life. And I was basically in church and got prophesied to.
And they said you were going to be making wigs and stuff?
Well, he didn't go into that. But he was just like, you going through all of this stuff because you're not walking in your calling. If you be obedient to the calling that God has in your life, you're not going to have to struggle anymore. And he was like, be obedient and watch God bless you.
So were you doing hair before?
I was doing it a little bit just out of my house. I was still working at different furniture stores. I worked at Bank of America. I worked at here and there places. When I was 17, I was in a salon. So it was kind of like one of them things that I was kind of in and out the salon just to make money.
Right.
It wasn't what I wanted to do. But it was at that time and I was like my lowest point of when I really started to take hair serious.
Okay. All right, so besides being prophesied to, like, what was those first couple of days or first couple of months of you actually doing hair? Like, what did that look like for you?
It was really, really crazy. The thing is the owner of Color You Cosmetics, which I call her my mentor because she was the person that when I first started here at 17, I was her assistant in her salon.
Okay.
So basically, when I went back into the hair game, I went to her and was like, I'm completely broke. I don't have any products. I don't have anywhere to work. I didn't have my license. And she was like, you can come here and I'm just going to help you build. So I went into her salon with nothing, literally nothing, and worked 7 days a week. I was available. If you needed me to come do your hair at 10 o'clock at night, I was there. Sunday morning, I was there. I was straight up hustling, just trying to build a clientele, trying to build my business, and trying to make some money because I had
no money.
So she allowed me to use her clientele. She allowed me to basically work there until I was able to kind of become stable. So I owe a lot of where
What's her
I am.
name?
Karen.
Oh, okay.
Karen with Color You Cosmetics. I really owe a lot to her because she really helped me in the beginning of my career.
All right.
So the beginning of it was very, I would say, humbling. And a lot of times stylists these days don't want to put the time in. They just want to be like, I'm a hairstylist, and automatically they want to be on top. And I say the biggest advice that I give to like people that's coming up is to be available and to be consistent. Because people don't like to go different salons, and people don't like to be limited on the time. Oh, I only work on Tuesdays. But Tuesdays is the day that I go to Bible study.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people want flexibility.
So you need to be available at all times.
All times. All times.
So how long did it take before you can really say, I only want to work on Wednesday through Friday or something like that?
It took a while. I've been an owner of my salon for almost 10 years now. And literally, I've created a flexible schedule, I would say, like the last 2 years.
Okay.
And honestly, I could have done it before, but I think I decided to do that schedule just because I realized that my kids' life is passing me by. So, you know, in business ownership, you just working so much, you don't get a lot of times with your family. You're missing family events and school stuff. So I just decided to put my foot down and say, you know what, I need to put some time into family life.
Okay.
So I decided to. But I probably could have did that probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Really?
When you're looking at the money.
Right. Financials.
Yeah.
So you just mentioned something about work-life balance. Like, how important is that for a stylist? Because I know a lot of stylists who work pretty much from Monday to Saturday, and like Saturday is like an all-day thing. So with you saying you only work, certain days, like how is your life different from now than it was when you was working all day every day?
And when I say, first of all, work-life balance is so important.
Mm-hmm.
It's important because you don't want to look back. I can look back and I can think about my favorite uncle passing away. Like, this is the uncle that when the lights got turned off in my mama's house, he was the one that was right there. He was really, really influential in my life. And when he passed away, I wouldn't step away because I didn't want to not make the money. So it's so many things that I can look back and think about the things that I missed with my family, the stuff at the kids' school that I missed, and you can't get those moments back.
Right.
And so I feel like it's important to be a faithful entrepreneurship to your business and to your brand, but also you have to figure out how can you be a successful business person, and that's in any career, just not a hairstylist.
Right.
Be a successful business person, but still be everything that you need to be for your family, a mother, a wife, a sister, a daughter. You know what I'm saying? You still have to be all of those things. You have to kind of figure out, how can I be all of those things and still be successful?
Right.
You know, I say, how can a single mother be successful as the woman with no kids?
Is that even possible?
That's my thing. I kind of feel like it's possible, but your kids are almost going to have to raise themselves. And the reason I feel that way is because it's no way. I remember watching a BET award show, and the president, Deborah of BET, she got on the stage and was just like, I've prayed for days like this that I can just make millions of dollars, and I'm just sitting at a desk and not having to do much, and I just have this, just being responsible for a huge company.
Right.
And she was like, but my kids, she said, I was a successful president of BET Networks, but my kids raised themselves. And so I honestly feel like that in order to have success, it's going to be a lack somewhere.
So do you pick the sacrifice of my kids having to temporarily be on their own so we can have money in the future, or being there with your kids 24 hours a day?
my mentality, and I would say, it's two answers to it. My mentality back then was to say, let me grind now so y'all can have a successful future. But my mentality now is enjoy your family because you'll never get those moments back.
Right. Okay.
I also think that I think with having the proper schedule and being consistent with that schedule, you can be as equally successful with a consistent schedule as if you were spending all the time at home. Okay, let me just break this down because I don't know if I said that right. Just say if you worked Monday through Thursday and you are off Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday, especially Saturday, or I'll say Friday through Sunday. Saturday is that day that you're doing errands, you're in a grocery store, you may take the kids to the zoo, to just all those just fun things. Sunday may be the day that y'all do church and movie day and just little stuff like that. I think with having 2 good days of family time and those moments that really count, and hustling from Monday through Thursday from maybe 9 to 7, those 2 days that you spent with those kids were effective because
you're there.
Yeah, you were there and you were really hands-on with spending time with them.
Okay. I think one thing with me that I'm kind of like figuring out, because for a while I was like working from 8 in the morning to like 2, 3 o'clock at night. And so now I'm kind of
in the morning.
Right, in the morning, yeah. So now I'm just trying to balance it out where when I'm working, like I'm 100% in and I'm focused and I'm knocking out stuff, I ain't really wasting no time. But then when I'm with my wife or with my parents or with whoever, it's like I'm 100% with them, like I'm fully present in the moment. Because before, even if I was hanging out with my wife or we could go out to dinner or something like that, I'll still be on my phone and doing that stuff.
Emails or whatever.
Right.
That's basically what I'm saying. Like really, those 2 days, you really committed to them. Hands on, it's just y'all. And I think they will love those moments and not even think about they didn't see you on Monday and Tuesday because you worked from sun up to sundown.
Right.
Because you were committed to that moment with them.
Gotcha. Okay. So something you mentioned earlier that kind of got me thinking, where you say you was like 100% about the bag, or you was focused on the money. Do you feel like a lot of stylists get into this because they feel like it's a hustle?
Definitely. Like people would think it's so glam that it's all about it's looking good. Oh, you that hairstylist, or you that chick that just got it going on. It's fast money. So just like a stripper or
drug dealer.
Yeah, it's fast money. And who wouldn't like fast money?
Right.
But people don't really know what it takes to make that fast money. Like you may do good one day. You may just have a booked appointment book. You may just get all of these walk-ins or call-ins that you didn't even know you were going to get. Then you may have a whole week with nothing on the book, ain't nothing popping. I say, what holds you on those days? It has to be the love of it, because it can't be the money, because you ain't making no money on those days or those weeks. So it has to be the love of it, the passion that you have for the industry, just the love that keeps you there.
Okay.
And I think that's with anything.
Right.
You have to like want to be there or love what you're doing to hold you, because it ain't popping every day.
True. Okay. So another thing that kind of just got me thinking is like, what are some tangible tips that you could give a stylist when they have nobody coming in? Things they should be doing to kind of like generate interest or, get people to start booking with them.
I think first thing I think people need to realize is social media isn't the only way to market yourself.
Right.
So, social media is popping right now, but when I was coming up in the industry, we didn't have social media. We didn't even have, I remember when text messages first came out, and I was just like, what in the world is this? People keep texting me, like I'm not texting back. I would not text for like the first year text messages came out. because it was just too much. Like, who created these text messages? And so you had to, like I said, consistency is my biggest thing, because when you see people see that you're consistent, that means that you're reliable, and people like
reliable people.
Yes, reliable people. So just being consistent is very, very important. Having a schedule, and not only just a consistent schedule in the salon, but you have to have a schedule with your kids, so you'll know that they're taken care of while you're trying to make that money.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say have business cards. Some people think that's old school, but I say when you go into the grocery store, you need to have some form of a way to introduce yourself.
Right.
For example, Beyonce walk in the room. I say this story all the time. When Beyonce walk in the room, she wouldn't have to say, "Hello, I'm Beyonce." We're gonna be like, "Hey, Beyonce, girl, what's up?" Everybody should be at a point that you walk into a grocery store, you walk into your local corner store, that they should be able to say, "Hey, such and such," because you have introduced yourself to so many people that they know your name. I say introduce yourself to at least 10 people a week. At least one person's going to book.
Right.
That's science. That's like marketing 101.
Playing a numbers game.
Yeah, you market to 100 people. 10 people are going to look you up. 10 people are going to Google you to see, "Oh, I remember that girl."
Right.
I think this is very, very important, is to keep your hair and makeup up. If you're a representative of the beauty industry, and you know I don't play, because anytime you try to put me on camera, I'm like, "No, sir, let's go ahead and get the hair and makeup together," because I'm a representative of the beauty industry. And in order for you to properly market and tell people, "Let me do your hair, let me make you beautiful,"
need to be looking decent.
You need to be looking the same way you're trying to make them look. Because if you looking jacked up, they're going to say, "You looking crazy. How you going to make me look good?" Or it's times that I've been walking through the mall and people would say, "Who are you?" Because I carry myself a certain way. I'm looking, I don't want to say looking the part, but I looked, so people may want to say, "Who are you?" versus me even having to say, "This is who I am. Come and see me. Let me do your hair."
How draining is that, though? Just seeing you over here doing makeup, I just seem like that's a lot to have to do.
It's not a lot when it's something that you do all the time. It's like second nature. It's honestly second nature, and I just feel that my brand is that important to always be represented in the right way. Now, you ain't gonna see me. I ain't gonna say that I'm looking like this 100% of the time, because you can see me at Food Lane looking a hot dog like that. So I ain't saying 100% of the time, but you need to set your days to say, "Okay, when I go out on Tuesday, when I'm running my errands, take a little time to put a little gel on your edges. Take a little time to look like somebody." You got to, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to properly market your brand. And it's just those little tips, honestly, that will get you clients without you even really having to work so hard.
Okay. All right. Another question I had was, it seems like in this industry, there's a lot of competition. It seems like pretty much everybody is like competing with one another. When, like in the world, people say that black people and just people in general should be coming together and do stuff. Do you feel like there's a lot of competition, and more so in your industry than anything else?
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's a lot of competition, and people are always trying to say, "I don't compete. I compete with myself. I ain't in competition with nobody else." But everybody know that's some
right.
Because it wouldn't be that stigma of trying to get more likes than the next person, or trying to make your photo go viral. You just wanting to be more relevant than the next person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's definitely say your question again. I lost my whole train of thought.
What do you think about just the competition?
Yeah. So I think it's very important with maybe not saying that you're in competition with somebody else.
I don't think people say it, but there's competition. Like, people checking out what you're doing and saying, "All right, well, I need to find a way to be better than that," and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Because I find myself in the salon not trying to compete to do a certain style better than a person, but I find myself putting myself on a competitive timer, so to speak, to say, okay, you got 6 hours to do 4 clients.
Mm-hmm.
Your person next to you may have the same time with 5 clients.
Right.
Let me see how good I can do and get these clients out of here. So it's different ways that you may be in competition with somebody without saying who's the better one. Because in this industry, a lot of people complain about being in a salon for long periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
So it may not be, okay, she's better or she's better. It could be like, I like her customer service and she gets me out better.
Right.
So I say, in a sense, you can be in competition with somebody, but allow your work to kind of speak for itself and let the client see that she is better.
Okay.
And you may not be competing, so to speak, but a client or a customer will kind of make that decision or determination on their own and say, oh, that person is better because of this.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the client or the customer or just whatever you do in life, people say she's better, they're better, even if you don't say it.
Right. People are kind of putting you up against people without even noticing.
Yeah,
anyway,
because you had that whole Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Right.
And they don't ever talk about, any...
Them having issues.
Yeah, but the way society is, they say, okay, you're a rapper, so who's better? So in the hair industry, we definitely had that who's better with this. But another thing, it doesn't even matter if this person is better than that person because, too, it's all about customer service skills because you can do hair and I can do hair because you're never on time. You rush with your clients. You don't have any personal skills. I have customer service.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I remember all of those little things that's important to a person. So because of that, they're going to come to me even though you may be the better stylist. But you're too much of a diva to... Not you, I know you're not a diva.
Yeah.
But you too much of a diva to even respect the little things that matter. So although you may be better, you can slay a mess out a lace. But because I have better customer service, they like me, so they're going to support whatever I do. So the customer would decide, okay, I like you, they're the better stylist,
right.
But because you said happy birthday, you remember that my daughter broke her leg last week, and that was a hard day for me, and you said, I pray for you.
Right,
Just those little things that people really need or realize or like the fact that you acknowledge that, they'll say that she better, but I really like you. I've heard it.
Yeah. So in business, you're saying, I feel like in business overall, if you got better customer service, then you can kind of compete with anybody.
Definitely.
Okay.
Regardless if they're better, regardless if they've been doing it for a long time.
Right.
People like the fact that you're personable and you're sensitive to their needs.
Right.
People like that.
Okay. All right. So from me working with you for the past couple of years, one of the things I've seen that kind of felt like put you on another level than other stylists is the way that you kind of like market yourself, as well as when you start to come out with different products. So what was your thought process when you were like, I guess you owned your own salon, but you feel like, you know what, I need to start doing flat irons or start selling my wigs and stuff like that?
Because I think that it's important to kind of just always reinvent yourself. This industry or just anytime you're being an entrepreneur, it can become repetitive and it can become boring.
Right.
So I just feel like launching new products and just consistently coming out with new ideas is refreshing to the brand. People like new things. You know what I'm saying? Coca-Cola has the same red can, but guess what? Every now and then we're going to see a twist on it.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen a new flavor on it.
Yeah, you're going to see Coca-Cola vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
And although vanilla, may not be popping, it's just the fact that it's a new twist on it. And people like to see newness. People like to see fresh ideas. So I think that just keeps me going. That just keeps me motivated to have something that I can kind of focus on or add on to the brand while I'm still doing hair. It's just refreshing to have something else to focus on.
So, like, while you were, like, before you even started doing, like, the flat irons or the wigs, did something happen where you was like, you know what? I can't be in the salon, like, all day long. I need to start focusing on getting some products, or was it, like, any moment that happened where you, like, you know what? I need to kind of switch a little bit, or just...
I think it was just a time that I found myself just doing the same thing, and it just kind of got boring. And it was kind of that thing to say, okay, how can I start kind of getting away from the salon, and what can I do to make reoccurring money? You know, the money that's going to be made when you sleeping.
Right, that residual income.
Yeah, the residual income. Mm-hmm. So that's what I had just became just kind of like that was just kind of driving me to do more things like that, to get residual income, just so I won't have to work so hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're an entrepreneur, literally you're working 24/7. Like, when I get home, and sometimes my husband don't even realize that my clock don't stop just because, you know what I'm saying, he punch a clock, or most people working for corporate America punch a clock. When you're an entrepreneur, you don't stop. You know what I'm saying? When I come home, I still gotta answer emails, and although I have an assistant, I ain't paying the assistant 24/7, so they ain't working 24/7. So I still have to do those things that's still going when I have stopped. And something else too. It's kind of hard being, you know, social media has kind of created this thing that everybody has something. Everybody's selling shades, selling lip gloss. Everybody's an entrepreneur in some form of fashion. But what I've noticed is when you're a small business and on social media, people think that you're accessible. So just say, for example, you know, you order something from Amazon, and you know Amazon is going to ship your stuff out in 2 days or whatever happens. You can email them, call them on their 800 number or whatever. But when they're small businesses like myself, they can order the same thing, but they think because they just seen me post a picture on social media
that you need to get to
cart,
request ASAP.
Hey, I just ordered something, such and such. When can I expect it? You just push submit.
Right.
Just because I'm posting a picture, that don't mean that I should be working on processing your order.
Right.
And so that's one thing that I think people need to begin to transition their minds, that just because I'm on or anybody that's an entrepreneur or has a form of a business doesn't mean that they're accessible or you should contact them. You know, I still remember the chain of command with doing business.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a processing time, 24 hours. If you don't receive your tracking number, then shoot them an email or
and
call
that's
the
set
number.
that on the website. So.
Yes, it is. So that's just one of the things that I find that is kind of frustrating with being an entrepreneur is people don't realize that we still have a life. And just because you have the ability to reach out to someone, that don't mean you necessarily should.
Right. Okay. All right, I think I got like 2 more questions for you. But when most people see, you know, you on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, you know, you live a very lavish life, you know.
That's what you call it?
Sometimes you be kind of like over the top and lavish, you know.
Okay, we'll go with that.
So, most people only see the highs in certain people's lives. Like, what has been some of the lows of being like an entrepreneur?
Oh, that's actually a lot of lows. I have this, I don't want to call it another business, but I just kind of do this thing on the side where I call Power Hour. And it's like I just talk to different people about just the different things that they're facing when trying to launch their business, you know, just different problems. And the crazy thing is, a lot of entrepreneurs, and one of the biggest things that I face is having, what would I call this? Just having the desire to get up and go. When I say I guess get up and go, it's just having
that like hustle where you kind of
because sometimes you kind of out hustle yourself.
Right.
Out hustle yourself. So it's some days it's really hard to just get started because of you may have worked late the night before, you may have just kind of just overdid it the last couple of days. It literally takes a lot for me to get started with my day. It really takes a lot, and I think it's just could be like just mental exhaustion. It could just honestly be I feel like I just be doing so much.
Right.
Before you came to interview, I got up at 7 this morning covering wigs trying to get them shipped out.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the shipment to come in because I literally that shipment need to come in. I need to cut and press and ship them out today. So it's like I'm consistently doing something. Then my day starts tomorrow with a 4-day in a salon.
Right.
And then so I'm always doing something because I had so many businesses. And so just one of my lows is just getting started. I would say
do you run into the low of people not really understanding everything you got to deal with? Because I feel like I deal with that a lot.
Definitely. And I say, my husband I ain't gonna say I think he has more respect of the hair game more so now, but he like, you only do hair. Like, how stressful is that? What's the big deal? You only do hair, but there's so much more to it because I take myself out of the equation from being the normal hairstylist. I don't want to be a normal hairstylist.
Right.
I want you to get an experience when you're dealing with me. That's why I like being the hair icon because I have created a brand, and I don't want you to just book with me. I want you to be able to buy my extension line, and I want you to be able to be educated about the extensions that you're getting installed. So I provide an experience. So when people don't really realize how important providing an experience is to your customer, then I think they lack respect of actually what you do.
Sure. Okay. All right, so I think that's all the questions I have. This has been a very awesome interview, very informative of everything you go through.
Yes.
Which I didn't know you had an issue with that because it seemed like you're always up to something.
No, I really had to talk to myself and be
Really?
like, all right, come on, you gotta get going. You have to go. And I found myself really like with my power hour, and people be like, how can I start this business? Okay, what do I do? And I have like an outline. Okay, you need to do this, then you get your. And I have like 4 points that we do every week that you have to do. But I find myself really ministering to people to just get up and shake all of that stuff that kind of bottle us down. And so a lot of people honestly deal with that. It's hard to get going, and you really got to encourage yourself, motivate yourself to keep going. Because sometimes every day I want to quit. Literally, it's times that I've been working and I'm doing my client's hair, and I'm just like, just walk out right now. Just walk out right now. It'll be okay.
They would probably hate you if you did.
And I walk through my mouth. Hey, if you walked out and get in the car, who will call you first? All right. So if they called you, what you gonna say? And then can you face this tomorrow? Can you lose this client? Because you know she's not gonna come back.
She definitely.
Yeah. So I'm walking myself through this in my head if I just stop right now. So it's a everyday thing that I really have to encourage myself, stay pushing myself, and say, all right, keep going. Sometimes literally I can say, okay, put your right foot out, put your left foot out.
You really have to do all that?
I literally have to do that. I ain't saying this is an everyday thing.
Yeah.
But it's some days. Yeah, it's some days that I just be wanting to say, I ain't doing this no more. Forget it all.
What would you do if you just said, you know what, I'm gonna give it up? Be a housewife?
You see, I feel like I can work from home. I'm a hustler at heart, for real. So if I stopped and I never went in that salon this moment, I'm gonna tell you a story right quick. And this is real, real person. You know me, I don't mind being a real person.
Right.
Literally. I had a family emergency Thursday, and I needed $2,900. Literally, I woke. Well, a situation happened through the night. Oh my God, I need $2,900, and I probably had in my account accessible without having just paying $2,000 mortgage, just paying all of this stuff. I think I had probably accessible about $1,400 that I just had nothing to do.
Right.
Like I had money, but it was assigned to something else.
Right.
Like about $1,400 that I can completely give to this emergency.
Mm-hmm.
My mind said, all right, you need, what's that? I'm just gonna say $2,000, a little bit over, it's $1,500.
Like 1,600.
Yeah, so you need $1,600.
1,500.
You need $1,500. I gave myself 4 days to get $1,600. Literally, first of all, I prayed first.
Right.
And then I said, all right, I made a couple wigs, posted the wigs. I made a couple posts. I posted the class that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, in 24, and I gave myself 4 days. In 24 hours, I had the money.
That's crazy.
I said that to say that I know with my ability, I don't need that salon.
Yeah.
As long as my gift is in my hands.
Right.
So whatever I do, even if I decide to bake a cake and I'm not a cooker, I can't stand to cook. But because
Can you bake a cake?
I can from a box. But I can't do like the homemade cake and nothing like that. I can bake a cake from the box. The moral of the story is because I know where my gift lies.
Mm-hmm.
I know my gift don't lie in other people. I know my gift don't lie being attached to the salon.
Right.
My gift lies in my hands. So as long as I have my hands,
you're gonna be alright.
Everything else is gonna come. So I think the most important thing that people need to know is once they know their gift, they need to be able to work their gift.
Okay. I think that's the best place to wrap this up at.
Yeah.
So where can people find you at?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at The Hair Icon, and on Instagram, icons only for the extension line. And check out my website at The Rebel Society Design, thehairicon.com.
And if you see her out in the street, don't call her Cherie. It's only The Hair
The
Icon.
Hair Icon. Only The Hair Icon. You know what I mean?
Alright, so once again, you can find me everywhere, Shy Harris, as well as The Rebel Society. Make sure you subscribe to this. If you like this type of video, make sure you hit the like button.
Yes.
Make sure you share with any hairstylists that you feel like could use this type of video in their life. But once again, thank you. So good day, good evening, good night, Rebel Society.
Rebel Society.
Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed that interview. Like I said, Cherie gave out a lot of good information for hairstylists and pretty much people that just want to start a personal brand. She's done a lot of great things and she's really been killing it over the past couple of years. So make sure you go follow her at The Hair Icon, as she said before. Also, make sure you follow me at Shy Harris. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you like this video, make sure you like it. Please share it. Please share it with anybody who's kind of in that industry or who wants to be in that same lane that she's in. So that's it. So hopefully you like this new format that we're trying to do and trying to incorporate. And also in the comments, just let me know what you liked about this video if you did like it. This is Shy Harris of The Process, Conversations, and we're out.